Goodness comes and evil goes. Kimungo.
Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth. Karibu, welcome. My name is Kwende, and today we're going to get into another important subject, and that subject is Kwanzaa is of, for, and about African people. Kwanzaa is the wonderful observance period beginning on the 26th of December that runs for 7 days through to the 1st of January on an annual cycle. So every year, that period of time is indeed the Kwanzaa observance period. It is of African people because it draws upon the progressive experiences of African people throughout the African history continuum. It is rooted in the harvesting celebrations of the agricultural order throughout the ages that African people have pioneered and have developed among themselves in order to provide the necessary nutrition and sustenance. Oh, and of course, in the now where many African souls live in built-up areas and are not directly engaged in agricultural endeavors, the symbology and many of the themes of Kwanzaa still draw upon that wonderful and wholesomeness that is brought to the fore from ancient through to continuing times as part of the celebration. And of course, it is of African people because it was established through a process of creative restoration by African people as a organized, self-determined effort. It is for African people because Kwanzaa serves the entire African world community. It is accessible to the entire African world community. And this means that wherever African people are in the world, whether it's on the continent of Africa itself, whether it's in the Americas, whether it's in the islands of the so-called Caribbean, more accurately the islands of New Africa, whether it's in the UK, Europe at large, further east of Africa, wherever in the world African people are, it is accessible to this primary people of the world. And during the celebratory time, it presents an opportunity for the whole African world to get involved. It is about African people because it is a celebration concerning the African self throughout its various levels, including family, community, and nation. And so the efforts that African people make, the self-determined efforts African people make throughout the year to cultivate and to allow the self to ascend is what Kwanzaa celebrates. And so being of, for, and about African people, when gatherings are organized, and rightfully so, they surely ought to reflect that of, for, and aboutness. And as African people continue to empower themselves in this way for a celebratory period that is truly theirs, it is a sign of that continuing victory, that continuing ascent, and that continuing greatness that only African souls can bring to the fore in the best way they know how. So with that, food for thought, and surely it is food for thought. Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth.
Kwanzaa is for real. We've got to live our own greatness, reveal what we want. Kwanzaa value seal. We've got to be our own nation's yield what we